What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is James with the Impossible channel. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day, folks. Now, this is a big one. There was a article here in Brazil talking about a UFO sighting and alien contact person in Mato Grosso do Sul just 2 or 3 days ago, something like that, from the day I'm taping this. And this story involves myself. Before you shut down this video, before you go away, this actually involves myself. I don't live currently in Mato Grosso do Sul, but I was the exact moment of the day this person saw the UFO. I myself saw a huge triangular object in the sky, in the horizon, just in the direction of Mato Grosso do Sul, from where I was. Now I have pictures, two completely different pictures of the same object that at first I thought was a plane. Now this was not a plane. I did not know this, and I just took pictures, and because the object was there still for about 10 minutes or more. That's not normal for a chemtrailing plane to do. So at first I thought it was a plane, but then I started to have second thoughts, and that's when I caught my camera and I started trying to tape it. And these two are the best ones. Now that object was there for about 10 minutes or more, and I went to bed that day thinking it was just a plane or something like that.
Those are aliens coming down here, y'all.
The next day I woke up, people were talking about it all over Facebook in Brazil, and I searched for it and found an article with the full story of this guy that didn't want to reveal his identity. I'm still trying to find out who it is. Intriguing, this guy tells a story like it goes like this. Says he was working on his farm just as usual when suddenly an object, a bright orange object, a triangular object, and he states very clearly that it wasn't round, nothing like the ones, he said, we see on movies or something like that. And it stood there for a couple of minutes, and then he says the object moved closer and saw him. And that's when he says a couple of humans came out of the ship. And again, he makes sure that the person who's writing the article understands that he expected insects or monsters, something like that, Hollywood movie type of alien. And he said he was surprised that humans came out of the ship. They were red in skin, reddish, and they were tall, very tall, 2 meters high or more. And they came up to him and they scanned his body with some type of machine, and they tried to talk to him. They spoke in a language he could not understand, and they just floated away back to the ship, and the ship disappeared. Now this is the most intriguing part. I was in my car and I saw this object in the horizon, and I did triangulate it on Google Earth, and surprisingly, the direction I was when I saw this object, taking photos of it, was exactly Mato Grosso do Sul, Campo Grande, where this guy supposedly had this sighting. There are videos, UFO sightings in Campo Grande, the same place, the same exact place that this happened 3 or 4 days ago. There are other sightings. Let's roll the video. But this guy has quite a peculiar story, and he wasn't able to take a picture or video it. and he didn't want to reveal his identity exactly because he knew there was a very big chance he would be called crazy. Now, I myself saw something in the horizon. I believe it was the same thing this man saw. So I want you to leave a comment. What do you think? Are these UFOs from out of this place? Are they from inner Earth? Or are they from different districts or a different moment in time? Maybe time travelers? What is your opinion? Now, there's another thing, folks, that is happening on this planet that is really disturbing. And this time, I just don't want to go full on into it because it's really, really disturbing. It was proven, it was found, and I don't know how this came out. In your children's cereal that you eat every day, they found Roundup.
Chemical used to kill weeds that may also be linked to cancer has been found in popular children breakfast foods and cereals, according to new research. CBS News reports that glyphosate, one of the country's most widely used herbicides, was discovered in oats, granolas, and snack bars.
The weed killer can weaken our immune systems. I don't know why, folks. I don't know if this is just complete stupidity or if it is on purpose. But as you can see, now it's on your kids' cereal. So on past videos, I've done research gathering information on chemtrails and weed killers, pesticides. They have a link. There is a link between both of them. Depleting our immune system, together with the blue screens that they have been giving us that deplete our hormones that are very important for your health, right? Together with all of this, and again, I don't know if this is on purpose or a complete stupidity, it is depleting our immune system. And now, just to prove my point that there might be an agenda, they now have been putting it in cereals, kids' cereals. If this is true, I don't know if this is a good thing. What do you think? Leave a comment. Now, of course, let's go to, well, this is not the topic, and I want to close this video with this very disturbing topic. I don't know if you know this, guys, but there is a mushroom type that actually transforms ants into zombies.
L'infection se généralise et commence à se propager à travers le monde. Des attaques graves ont été répertoriées et la situation est désormais critique.
And there is a video game that is trying to do the same thing. Now, this is just a video game, of course, with humans. So in this video game, you have to play a human who survives in a post-apocalyptic era, running away from these mushrooms that when a spore comes out of them, falls from the sky, it goes into your brain and it controls your body and it makes you do stuff so it can grow inside of you. So I know this sounds a bit horrifying, but this is the actual truth with ants. There is a special type of mushroom that grows in the forests. I believe this is a bit rare. This is not a very common event, but there is a mushroom that does that. It does release spores that goes into these ants, goes into their heads, gets complete control over their bodies and heads and minds, and makes it climb a tree into the top and become a mushroom. Now this is real. This exists, and again, there's a video game that's trying to simulate the same world but with humans.
Who works at Naughty Dog, he made a really interesting point in the video where he says, you know, Ellie's never had a golden age that she looks back to.
And the thing is, they went to scientists and they asked scientists to help them out understand this mushroom better so they could reproduce it on humans. So in the end, folks, it could be that scientists end up trying to make the same mushroom work on humans. And if there's anything close to a zombie apocalyptic scenery, this is it.
What have you been using today? You on the dust?
They ask that question every day.
This is exactly it. If scientists actually find a way to mutate this mushroom into going into humans' heads, then this is the closest that we will get to zombie. And this could be true, this could be happening in the next years, but this is just a video game. Again, it hasn't become real life yet, but I want you to leave a comment. What do you think? Do you think video games are trying to hint something?
I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Do you think these video games that we have today are actually preparing the future generations for something to come? Leave a comment. What do you think about all this? Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again.
The document calls for literally reducing the human population by as much as 2/3 to 3/4 in the next 30 to 50 years. It could set aside up to 1/2 of the American landscape into wilderness areas interconnected by wilderness corridors, all surrounded by human buffer zones in which human activities are highly regulated. That would affect every man, woman, and child on planet Earth. These documents is going to be called the Trusteeship Council. The Man in the Biosphere program actually is the first step in implementing the Convention on Biological Diversity. And there are 47 of these Man in the Biosphere programs around this nation that occupy about 51 million acres of U.S. soil.